for June 20th. It was just live. I'm live. Look, I'm alive. He's alive. I haven't posted anything for a while, so I figured I'd go live. It's alive. It's alive, and it's growing over his lip, and he needs to shave really badly. He's such an ugly, ugly motherfucker. You one ugly motherfucker. As Arnold Schwarzenegger would say. You one ugly motherfucker. And I was born on the back of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. That's old Highway 41. Old Highway 41. That's called Calumet Avenue. Like Calumet, the Indian smoked the peace pipe is called the Calumet. This is the Calumet region. Does anybody want a $5 McDonald's combo meal? $5 meal for McDonald's? Not one of these, not me. Proof of life, because later on today I will have to go to the bar and watch some baseball. I got some butts going. Look at this shit, man. My hair is just like, damn, I gotta trim that shit. I gotta trim that shit, man. You can't even see my mouth, man. It's like it's gone. Just one big ball. One big ball here. Hey, you can't get up me, you make it, but I'm bottom teeth all there. No lie, no lie. Let's see, actually, I trim this here, trim this down, trim this here, trim this in, trim all this back here, make this a little bit shorter. I'll be okay. I think I'll do that tonight. Ooh, U-Haul truck. I was born in the back of a U-Haul truck, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born a gambling man. It's rambling or gambling? I'm rambling, gambling. Well, I was just 14 when I had to leave home. 'Cause I'm a rambling, gambling man. Let's see, that was Bob Seger, one of Bob Seger's first hits, I believe, right? Well, I was just 14 when I had to leave home and I couldn't stick around. Yeah, I gotta go. 'Cause I was born to ramble, rambling man. I can't remember the words, man. That song's old. That's an old song, man. Like me, I'm old. I'm an old skibby yacht, but I'm old, man. Come on, I want trolls to come in and talk to me. Say, you one ugly motherfucker. Like in Predators, when he takes the mask off. You one ugly motherfucker. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did anybody watch the debate last night? I thought I was buong, man. Joe Biden, man. Oh, we got a train coming. Train. Oh, won't you carry me out of this town? Train. Oh, won't you carry me out of this town? The woman I'm in love with, oh, she's Memphis bound. Blackfoot. Oh, go to the Philippines, get yourself a money man. Go to the Philippines, get yourself a money man. I saw You Wishes short today by the beach. She's walking there. I told her, don't worry, you'll float. You got the two big floaties in the front. Don't worry, you'll float. MK, how are you, man? Actually, somebody typing something in instead of just lurking. Thank you. I'm fine, man. Proof of life. Can you see I'm alive? I'm alive. Look, I'm alive. My birthday passed and I'm alive. Now I don't have to tell everybody, you know, my perfect number is 68. Well, 68. You do me, I owe you one, right? No, I don't have to use that. I don't have to use that line anymore, right? My birthday just passed last week, and I'm still here. I'm still a geek. Look at this traffic, man. Guess we get traffic here. As you see, there was drops on the window. It was raining earlier. We got some traffic, man. Ooh, I'm a handsome man. I'm handsome. I always tell everybody, I'm a handsome man. If I trim this here and trim this here and get all this fuzz off and trim this down and trim this here, I'd be very, very handsome man. Very handsome man. When I was younger, I was a lady killer, man. I used to have to beat them away with a baseball bat, man, when I was younger. Because they knew if they hooked up with me, they was getting done right. What was that? Like 77, 300 in 1 year, man. I got the record on. I know I do, man. I should turn it in the Guinness Book of Records, man. I was that song by Cheap Trick, you know. He's a whore, I'll do anything for money. He's a whore to get the things that I like. Oh yes, absolutely. I want to go back to Truman's era, when Truman was president, so I could punch him in his friggin' nose, man. Tell him, quit turning down Ho Chi Minh, man. Let him unite Vietnam and tell the French to get the fuck out. We just liberated France from the Nazis, so if he told them, hey, you got to get the fuck out of French Indochina, man, they would have just left. There would have been no wars. Listen how many lives would say. Just like he dropped the bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. He didn't have to do that. But they didn't believe the bomb was real. Good. He could have dropped the bomb off the coast someplace, man, and just showed them we got it. Then they'd see it and they'd say, whoa, they're not lying. They got it. Were you in a war? You in a prison? No. I was in the military. I got a pension, but no wars. No wars. The closest thing to war was picking up babies from a country and bringing them back to the United States. Closest thing. And protecting NATO officers from being assassinated and shit. That was my job. Believe it or not, I was military police with the authority of a federal marshal, man. Whoa. They gave me all that authority, man. So what did you think about the debate last night? Did you watch the debate? Joe ain't there. He's gone, man. He's out there someplace, man. Everything came out of his mouth was a freaking lie, man. I mean, because you know, I'll tell you what, MK, when you first go in, you're thinking, what the hell did I do, man? They shave off all your freaking hair and stuff, man. And, I mean, they put you on this bus and you go to this base, and the first thing you do is go in and get your hair shaved and everything, and they got you carrying mattresses into the freaking building and shit, man. And you're thinking, what the hell did I sign up for, man? And then you go through boot camp, which back then was like, what, 9 weeks, I think. It changes. It goes from 6 to 9, depending on what time. It's just wartime and shit and everything, you know. But then you go through basic training. Basic training's like hell on earth, man. It's like you're getting like 3 hours of sleep a day, man. You get woke up in the middle of the night to do like it's called fire guard. And what you do is you walk up and down the hallways to make sure the building's not on fire. But basically, it's just to fuck with people, you know. It's basically they fuck with your head. They try to fuck with your head so that you're gonna do something without questioning it, you know. So the first basic training was really fucked. You just hated it, man. And then you get out of that, and then you go to AIT, which is your advanced individual training. and you go there, and then it gets a little better, but it's still fucked, man. You got to be at classes every day. You got to do this shit. You got to do that. Then once you get assigned to your duty station, it's like a regular fucking job, man. It's great, you know. So if you can make it through like the first 2-3 months, right? You got it made, man. You got it made. It's easy, easy peasy, man. I should be a recruitment officer, right? I should recruit people, man. Tell them, listen, if you can get through the first 3 months, you're going to be set for your life, man. And, you know, like I was in units that were like, basically they could be anywhere in the world in 24 hours, right? But I didn't have to go to any battles or anything like that. I didn't have to do that shit, man. And I was in for a while. So it's all the luck of the draw, man. But when you sign that paper, you're saying, if you need me, I'm there. You know, so that's why you get your benefits anyway. Get your pension, all that shit, whether you fought in a war or not, man, you get your stuff anyway, man. Thanks, Open Eyes. I gotta trim it down, man. The hair's starting to hang in my mouth, man. I gotta trim it down. Feels like I'm rubbing my lip against the bottom of somebody's nuts. Or a bush, somebody's bush. I got bush mouth. Time to trim it. Don't want to be eating hairs, man, too, because you'll be eating and the hair will get stuck like in your beard like this, and then you take a bite of the salmon. Next thing you know, you're eating your own fucking hair. Yeah, but it was before the service. That was when I was living ghetto life, man. You want to hear a story? Let's see, what's a good story to tell you? Should it be where I was being used as a boy toy in the ghetto at the age of 16, living with two 29-year-old welfare hoes in South Chicago here? And they used to pass me back and forth as their little boy toy, and I'd have to babysit their kids just for a place to stay and watch the rice-a-roni crawl across the plate. Well, there was 2 gangs there. And one was called the Royal Knights, and the other one was the King Cobras. And if you were there, they wanted you to join that fucking gang, man. You gotta join our gang, man. If you don't, we're gonna fuck you up. So I had all these gangs chasing me because I didn't want to join their gangs, man. So what I did is I wore a black leather trench coat, and underneath it, I carried a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun. And in one barrel, I would keep double-aught buck, and in the other barrel, I took the buckshot out and just had the wad, which is basically wax and cotton that's in there, right? And so I was taking an ironing board from one of these welfare hose apartments down to the other one, because of course, you know, she wanted to get a little bit of weenie, and that's why they were having me take the ironing board down there. And so she got her weenie, I'm on my way back, you know, and I got the ironing board with me because she didn't really need it, right? And they have these brick walls. They're about like, at the time I was a teenager, so you figured about my height, so I was about, I'm 6 foot, I'm 5'11", 6 foot now because you shrink as you get older, right? But I was 6 foot at the time, and I'm walking past this wall, and you got a brick wall, you got like a gateway that you can walk through, and then another brick wall. So it's basically like a sidewalk in the middle. I'm walking past there, and over the top of this brick wall comes this guy with a freaking ice pick in his hand like this. So I put the ironing board up like this, and it went into the ironing board, and I pulled the shotgun out, and I shot the other guy come over the wall with the wad. Not with the double-aught buck, but with the wad. I hit him right in the chest, man. He went flying over the wall. Everybody thought I killed him, right? I ended up getting back to the house. The next morning, I was on, Torrance Avenue is the name of the street. And it changes when it gets into Chicago there, but Torrance Avenue. And there was a little diner there. We used to just call it Eats. And so I'm eating in the diner, and they come in and they go, you crazy man. And I go, whatever, you know, I'm not joining your freaking gang, you know. And they go, you crazy, from now on we just call you Crazy Fuzzy, because I used to walk around with a big old brown Stetson cowboy hat on and a long leather jacket. And from that time on, nobody bothered me ever again, you know. Gotta stick up for yourself, you know. That was pretty scary, you know, people coming over the wall at you in the middle of the night when you're walking down the street. So there's your story right there. You want to hear a scarier story? I picked up this fat girl at a party, and we went to the outdoor theater, and I used to have a technique where I could tell, am I going to do this or I? And I'm getting a little bit of finger action there, and I turn my head to the side, I go, And I said, no way am I touching this shit, man, you know. And from that time on, I never messed with any fat girls because no air could circulate up in between her legs, so it gets stanky. You know? It's okay, I lost my comb too. Yeah, I have a brush. I have a brush right here, see? I have a brush. You gotta brush your hair, even if it's long and frizzy. You gotta brush. But when I brush it, it gets poofed out. It poofs out like an afro, man. You know, I got a great uncle on my grandmother's side. His name was Rufus Watts. So I don't know, you know. But yeah, this is just proof of life. Look here, look, I'm on Highway 41. Rolling down Highway 41. See, people don't want to look at me, they want to look at the traffic. There we go. Look, I'm coming over the railroad tracks. We'll get another train pretty soon here. They come through here regularly. I'm at the Donkey Donuts, man. The Indian donut shop, man. Because every time you go to Dunkin' Donuts, it never fails. Is security and safety excellent in America? Basically, no. Security and safety is because of yourself. If you have street sense, common sense, and you know what to avoid, what places to avoid and shit, then you're okay. You don't go walking into a ghetto like where I was living at 16 years. You don't go walking in there. I mean, when I got back from the service, I told my nephew, I says, I'll give you $100. There was no street lights, nothing. I told him, so I'll give you $100 if you walk from this end to the other end and go through that place where I used to live at. And he said, no way, man. You wouldn't do it. Even for $100, you wouldn't walk through it. Like right now, they have street lights. They finally put in street lights. Finally put in street lights. But, you know, that's like a dangerous place, man. You know, the projects in the United States, if you look at the projects, they're all like red brick buildings, and they all look the same. No, not Marlboro, Jesus. I smoke Winston's, man. Winston's, if I could afford them. They're so expensive here, man. In Vietnam, you get a pack of cigarettes for $1.50. Here, you're paying like $8. Today, I had a coupon, $5 off 2 packs, so I used it. I mean, you got like, I'll be sitting in their car doing shit like this. I have a cop come up to me and go, somebody called and said that you're falling asleep. I used to be police, right? With the authority of the federal marshal, right? So that's the number one thing they use all the time. We were just checking on you. We were just checking on you, make sure you're okay. That's their excuse to fuck with you, you know? Oh, we're just checking on you to make sure you're okay. And he says, can I see your driver's license? And I go, technically, I don't have to show it to you because I'm not driving. I'm sitting in a parking lot. I said, but I have to identify myself. So I told him my name, right? I said, but, and he was a big Mexican dude with guns. He had guns, man, on his arms like this, man. He's, jeez, man. David Islands Adventures. Yo, what's up, Philip? What's up with you, man? Philippines still hot? Today's decent, man. It's like only about 77 out. It's been raining all day. No face tattoos, no. I could get one up here. I could look like Charlie Manson, right? If I got a tattoo right here. Right. We'll be there on the 8th. Are you coming back to the States on the 8th, huh? What's up? You got business to take care of? That's all you got to say, business. Business. Oh, you're on Guam. Okay. You know we took that place over without... There was no invasion or nothing. We just took it over. They still got that Starkist tuna place there where they make all the money off of. That's like the only job on the island. Working for the tuna cannery. Everybody there works at the tuna place, right? That's got a good job. I think it's a sun-kissed starfish or sun-kissed tuna, something like that. No dolphin meat. Don't eat the dolphins. Yeah, I know. It's a full-on military base. I know that. But the people that live there, they have a factory there for like shave head for 1 like and eyebrows also for 1 subscriber bonus. It's been done before, man. been done before. One like and one bonus. No, no way, man. I could give $2 less. You want to sub, sub. You don't want to sub, don't sub, man. Hello from, where are you from? Let me see here. What country is that? Red, white. What country is that flag, man? I don't know that flag, man. Lament. What country are you from? I don't know that flag. I know most of them, but I don't know that one. It's probably one that it depends on what rank you were when you retired and how many active years you did and how many inactive. Like, oh, Malaysia, okay. You'll subscribe. I drive a hard bargain, okay. No, I drive a Crown Victoria ex-police car is what I drive. Is that Malaysia? Oh, Russia. Okay. No problem. I have no problems with Russia. I know how to say 2 words in Russian. I know how to say plasiba, and I know how to say do svidaniya, right? That's the only 2 Russian words I know. Plasiba and do svidaniya. Oh, and mokba. Mokba. That's a Russian flag, yeah? That's probably why I don't know it, because in Vietnam, all they fly is the ex-Soviet flag with the hammer and the sickle. You know? Spasibo. Yep. Big up, Philip. Maximus is in the Hize. Maximus is in the Hize. What country are you in, Maximus? Are you in Southeast Asia, or where are you at now? I got 2.5 more months. Got, let's see, July, August, and then halfway through September, I'll be on my way, man. Oh, you're in the USA? Okay. I've never trashed any bathroom, public bathroom, man. You know why? Because for a while I was out camping and shit, man, and there was a lot of times I needed to use the public. Every time I go in there and be all nasty, I'd say, these stupid motherfuckers, man. I go, why are they gonna fuck up something that you got a good deal here? You go in there and take a hefty dump, man. You don't have to clean shit up and everything, man. But I would think to myself, why would people flush a whole roll of toilet paper down a toilet just to... Then the next guy coming in there, man, what's he gonna do? Be like Joe Biden and shit his pants, you know? No, I played Mailbox Explosion. We used to take M80s, throw them in the mailbox and watch them blow up. You know, you got a neighbor, but you only do it to people you don't like. Like, you get the neighbor when you're playing and, you know, you hit the ball in the yard and he keeps the fucking ball and doesn't give it back to you and shit like that. You know, you take, you know, a cherry bomb or M80 at nighttime and flip it in his mailbox, or take a bag of shit and light it on fire and throw it on his front steps, so you come out and stomp on it and get shit all over his foot. I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, MK. The first time Trump ran, I couldn't vote for him because he was too arrogant. He was like too fucking self-centered. He was just too arrogant, right? And I couldn't vote for Hillary because I'm ex-military, so I couldn't vote for Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I saw that, Maximus. It was ridiculous, man. So I didn't vote for him the first time, and I couldn't vote for Hillary, so I wrote in on the ballot like Mickey Mouse or something, because I'm in Indiana anyway, and I know he's going to win Indiana. All the Republicans win Indiana. Even though up where I live at, it's mostly Democrat, but this little section, Northwest Indiana, because it's right next to Chicago, they're all Democrats, right? So the first time I didn't vote for him. Then I was out camping in Arizona and shit, and I was watching all the people down there, and I even was dating a border patrol guard from down there, man. This Hispanic chick, man, she's pretty hot. And I was asking them about what they think of the election, and everybody's voting Trump. Everybody's voting Trump. For some mysterious reason, he took Yuma County and he took Maricopa County, Biden. Now, how the hell did that happen, right? Well, I can't prove it. I can't prove it. Here, let's try it. So anyway, I can't prove it, but the way they did it was they had these migrant farm workers from Mexico come across the border every day at 6 o'clock in the morning. And they'll go to work the broccoli farms and shit like that. And they'll stay from 6 in the morning to 6 at night. And they're getting paid. And they don't want to stay in the United States. You know, they don't want to be here. They want to get that money and go back home. So at night the bus would take off and everybody would go back to Mexico. But here's the way I think they did it, okay? Is they told those workers, listen, we're going to take a little detour here to the polls. And you're going to push Democrat. And if you don't, we're not going to let you work here anymore, right? That's how they did it. Because those two counties are like very, very like high agricultural areas, right? So that's how they did. I can't prove it, but I know that's how. Because there was not one Biden sign in anybody's yard down there, huh? Ever unscrew the top of a salt shaker in a restaurant next person would? No. I don't like hurting individual people like that. Only now, if I tell you what I did do one time, I was shooting dice one time. And this guy used to rent off, he accused me of trash in his basement and shit, which I didn't. The sump pump was screwed up and it flooded the basement. That's on him. He didn't recognize me. I don't know how, because he's stupid, I guess. His name was Ventimiglia. He owned a pizza parlor. And he lost his pizza parlor from gambling. I was at a casino that I usually don't go to. And I bet, pass line, threw the dice and a four come up, hard four, 2 deuces, right? So I put my odds behind the line. That's, you get paid like 2 to 1 for the odds. You don't get paid 2 to 1 for your line bet. You get paid 2 to 1 for the odds. So I put my odds behind the line and he put no 4. In other words, you're not going to make a 4 and he gets paid half of what he puts out there. So he put like about 4,000 out on the no 4. And I looked at him and I smiled and I said, I'm going to make this happen, man. And I threw it. I kept hitting a bunch of other numbers. And I said, here, give me $10 on the hard 4. And I threw $10 out for the hard 4, which pays you 8 to 1, right? And I took the dice, I lined them up like this, like this with your fingers, and it hit this foot, the board like this, bounced up, came straight back down, double deuce, man. He lost $4,000. I went at him, I said, motherfucker, there you go for telling me I fucked up your house, man. You just lost $4,000 because I threw that fucking 4, man. They had to escort me. They were pulling me off the fucking boat because I was screaming at them, fucking yelling at them and shit. Trump and Biden were on stare. Biden says, do it. I didn't get that. I didn't get that message. Biden says, do it. I didn't get it. Biden doesn't know where he's at. I don't think he knew he was on the debate stage last night. He was like this, like staring into nowhere. When Trump was talking, he was like, where he'd get this shit-eating grin on his face like this. I was surprised he didn't say something about his uncle got ate by cannibals during World War II. He was bringing up all this crazy shit like, well, he wants to cancel Social Security to help with the debt. Trump never said that shit. He's just making up fucking lies, man. I tell you what, I quit going to the VA hospitals for a long time because they were crap. And as soon as Trump took over, man, perfect fucking service when he got there, man. Now there's a law. I think Obama had something to do with it. I couldn't vote for Obama either, not because he's half black, but whatever, but because he was hooked up with that William Ayers guy from Chicago. But now you can go to any hospital, even if you're like 50 miles away, and get treated, and the VA will pay for it, right? Yeah, Hunter should be in jail. Oh yeah, my son Bo, he died in World War II. I went and visited the World War I cemetery, not the World War II, the World War I cemetery. I hope that Trump becomes president of 2025. Well, actually, it'd be, 25, 26, 27, 28, 4 years. I saw one short on here where he's sniffing the girl's hair and whatever. Man, he's weird. The dude's weird, man. And they talk about who helped the black people the most, right? I want my reparations, right? Shit, I got Indian blood in me. They marched my people from South Carolina all the way to Oklahoma and shit, But he's talking about how he helped this and helped that, Biden and stuff. Trump was the one that made it where they don't have to go to Washington anymore to get funds for the black colleges like Grambling and shit like that. They automatically get their money. they don't have to go there and lobby for money every freaking year, because they don't get the boosters donating to the college like the other colleges do. Biden was just lie after lie after lie after lie, man. You got the dot on your forehead, Indian blood in you? Oh, yeah, I got Indian, but not from India. This is something else. I got hit in the head with some shit. You're half black, Philip? I thought you were half Cocker Spaniel. No, I'm not half black. I said I had an uncle on my grandmother's side named Rufus Watts. I don't know if he was black or not. I've not watched CNN in a long time, but watching it now to see a reaction of Biden's performance in the debate, Democrats clamoring to get him to step down or get replaced. Yeah, really. He was so freaking bad that they're looking for another candidate, man. Too late now, man. They done pulled the string, Too late. He had his first debate. It's over. He's done. He's toast. I don't know what the hell. I mean, it kept going like this. Reconnecting. I went to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi wouldn't work. I went off Wi-Fi. Came back. Every time it does that, the stream just does a blip, and it keeps doing it. So it's still good. But I don't know what the hell it was. I was like holding out the window like this to see if everything was all good and should be all traffic. That's because it's dinner time here, man. Everybody's going home from work, man. They actually work here. We're on the Indiana side. They have to work. They don't get the freebies, man. We back. Yeah, I don't know what was it. It was scuffed. It was just going reconnect. And I kept trying to get all kinds of shit to get it to connect. I didn't restart the stream or anything. But I also noticed, no, this is T-Mobile, man. It's good shit. For some reason, it's probably because of the weather, man. We got the rain, the drizzle, and the cloud cover and shit, so. Yeah, Biden waiting for the last nail in the coffin, right? I don't know. The only way they can win now is if he was to drop dead. If he was to drop dead before the election, they'd have to replace him with somebody, right? Maybe the hyena. Maybe the hyena will run in his place, right? Camila. The laughing hyena. I mean, I'm glad he brought up the point on the January 6th that it was Nancy Pelosi's fault. Because if you look into that shit, he told him the day ahead of time, you're authorized to have 10,000 troops from the National Guard there if you want them. And she turned it down. And I seen the interview with the head of the Capitol Police. I was telling him, send them. And he goes, well, we'll think about it. It doesn't look good. We'll think about it. And they kept putting them off. By the time it was too late, Plus, if it was a real insurrection, there would have been AKs and AR-15s there, man. If it was a real insurrection, people would have been shot up and shit. But the only people who got shot were the protesters. Some black dude shot some lady there. I don't know why. She wasn't armed. They said deadly force was justified. I don't know how. If she wasn't armed, how could deadly force be justified? But that's just my opinion, and we all have an asshole. We all have an opinion, Yep, ain't it? Surprising. You know what they're doing? They're trying to save face now because they know Trump's going to win. He always calls them the fake news network, so they're trying to save face now because they know when he gets in, they're toast. They're toast. All these, like MSNBC and all them, and they're all toast, man. Two prime candidates for Trump to pick for vice president would be Vivek, or I would like to see him pick Candace Owens. Candace Owens would be the shit for vice president. Because she is a person of color and she don't take no shit. But Vivek would be perfect because then we'd have 4 and 8 more. Because he would win the next. Plus, he could be tutored under Trump. Trump could show him the ropes. Mike Pence from Indiana, where I'm at, I don't know why he picked him as his vice president last time. Probably because he was a Bible thumping Christian. That's probably the only reason he picked him last time, man. That dude is worthless, man. He's fucking worthless. I didn't vote for him when he ran for governor. I wanted Mitch Daniels to run again. Mitch Daniels was a good governor, man. Got another train coming? Is it a commuter train or a freight train? Commuters, look, commuters. They all going home from Chicago. They were working downtown, now they're all going home. That train goes all the way to South Bend, Indiana. Look at the cars on there, man. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's over 12 cars on that train, man. A lot of commuters. Yeah, well, he's a good choice anyway. He doesn't have to hang around, you know. He's a good choice, you know. He's a person of color. He's Indian, but he was born in the United States. He's a natural born citizen. But he's got a brain, you know. Joe Biden is the scarecrow, you know. If I only had a brain. I don't think Joe's running anything anyway. I think it's like Obama and the back shit that's running everything, man. The last time I gave somebody a wedgie, probably about 20 years ago, to my grandson, man. I gave my grandson a wedgie about 20 years ago, probably. Just because, you know, a little kid running through the room, pull up their pants, you know, because they're aggravating me, you know. Yeah, I didn't rip it so hard that, you know, his nutsack could get, you know, squished or anything. I just pulled up on it. This is a little tiny wedgie, you know. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm not a bully, man. I'm not a bully. I like to be bullied, man. I like people to bully me. Because then I lose my mind. I go black out and I fuck them up, you know. I don't like to fight. But if I get forced into it, I just, for some reason, I got a little bit of Irish blood in me from my grandmother's side too, so I just black out, man. I don't know what I'm doing, man. The last time I got in a fight, I had this guy in a Japanese chokehold, you know. I was choking, I threw him over the side of at the high school, you know. And the people were coming in and saying, I think you killed him. I was freaking out, like, what the fuck? They go, yeah, he's still laying there. Man, I was ready to fucking hit the bricks and leave town, man. I went out there, he was gone. But I did choke him out. There was no tapping out, man. No, back in school is when I had the long hair and all the basketball team and shit took me in the bathroom and tried to cut my hair and shit, man. I was kicking them and shit and everything. Got the dean. I kicked a big-ass trash can into the radiator to make a shitload of noise because they had my arms held behind my back, which made it easy for me to kick because I was being held up, right? And they called the cops and everything. They said, well, you want to press charges? I said, no. I said, just don't let them play for the homecoming game. And they ended up losing to Whiting High School. Yeah, I was bullied. That's right, I was bullied when I was younger, man. Here we go, I know this woman here. She's from Texas, man. She came up here, my buddy gave her a ride. This woman right here. Now she's working at McDonald's, I think, or some freaking place. My high school buddy comes here every now and then. I think he was on one of my lives with me for a while. But yeah, I thought she was younger, man. He told me she's like in her 60s. I said, what? She came up here, no money, no shit, no nothing. Was supposed to stay with some people, and they told her, no, you can't stay here. So she ended up staying with some other people. Now she's going to probably have to pay them back extra money. No, she doesn't have horns. No, he didn't smash it. I think if he had a chance, he would have. What age did you lose your virginity, and do you still know them? I haven't seen them in a long. Last time I saw him was at my father's funeral. And Larry the Uncle, yeah, I'm alive, man, I'm alive. It was the teenage babysitter that babysitted me. I was 11 years old, and she gave me a BJ. Before that, her and the girl next door, at 5 years old, they offered me a 25-cent bag of candy to show them my pee-pee. So I started prostituting when I was 5 years old. I just let them see it, you know. But then my mother had her baby, because you couldn't leave kids if you're under 18. You couldn't leave kids alone back in the day, right? When you're working. So she was 17, I was 11, and she gave me a BJ, and she didn't think I was going to remember. And at my father's funeral, I walked up to her and I said, you want to see my pee-pee? Her face just turned fucking beet red, man. Her name was Elaine. Elaine. So that shows you how perverted teenage girls are too, man. Him? No, her. Teenage girls, man. Teenagers. You know, you're 11 years old and you get some 17-year-old girl giving you a BJ, it feels pretty good. Didn't last too long. And did I? Yeah, I did. She was loving it. Slurpy, slurpy. Just like the icy from the Tasty Freeze, man. Except it was from the Tasty Fuzz. From the Tasty Fuzz. She got a little bit of the Tasty Fuzz. 11 years old, I lost my virginity, man. My virginity. I think that's why I love BJs today, man. Because that was my first experience. She corrupted my brain, man. Oh, Elaine. The other girl next door, they were checking out my pee-pee. That one, she used to throw me up in there and catch me and shit and everything, right? And she dropped me, and I have a scar under my chin over here still. You can't see it that much, but I was little bit. And she dropped me on my chin and busted it open and stuff. Stupid bitch. Still got traffic coming. Teenage perverted girls out there, man. Let's see, 25-cent bag of candy. Back in the day, I was like 5. Let's see, and they were. Yeah, I know I need to trim this shit up. Psycho Mikey. It's starting to get where the hair is growing in my mouth and shit, you know, and you eat. Tonight I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to take the electric clippers out and I'll trim this down and I'll trim this away and I'll trim this here and trim this here. And I'll get this all trimmed and then I might trim the beard down a little bit shorter here. Or I might grow it out, I don't know. It's kind of bad when your grandson's got a beard like you know. He has a bigger beard. I can't let him have a bigger beard than me. But it gets, you know, people go, why do you got the hair? And why don't you just cut your hair and shave it? It'd be so much simpler, right? I wouldn't have to wash my hair for like an hour and shit and put all that crap in it and everything. And you wouldn't have to, it'd be so much easier. I got a brush here, Michael. Psycho Mikey, right here's a brush, man. Here, that's a $1.25 brush from the dollar store, man. I even broke the handle off because I was ripping through my hair and making it fuzz all out and shit, see? I can brush my hair, man. But it see how it fuzzes up, man? It fuzzes up, man. Best thing for me is when I get out the shower, I just leave my hair wet and I just shake my head like this. It just curls up and hangs down. That's what looks the best. When it's wet. That's when a pussy looks best too, when it's wet, right? So I guess I got pussy hair. Ashtray, right? Ashtray. Let me ask any of you out there, have you ever had sex with a person of color before? I have. You know what? It's all pink inside. Philip, you and Charlie should go to Thailand together and find a dentist to get a 2-for-1 deal. That would be great, man. That would be great because this time I'm going back. The tops are getting done. The bottom, I got the bottoms. I can just get them, like, what do they call it, laminated or whatever the hell it is. But the tops, man, you can get the tops probably for like about $4,000, like the forearms where it just snaps in and locks in for good. The permanent ones, you can get them in Vietnam for about $4,000, $8,000 to do the whole mouth. Here you're talking about what, 36,000 maybe. And with the interest on a loan, geez, man. You gotta sell your fucking house to get your teeth fixed, right? Charlie's got his teeth messed up too, but see, Charlie hasn't had as much pussy as I've had, man. Does Kevin got messed up teeth? He went to Alaska, what, today? Today, yeah. Was it today? No, he left. He should be in Alaska already, man. He left yesterday. He should be in Alaska meeting his kids up there, man. He's coming to Vietnam from Alaska. That's going to be a change. I couldn't handle dentures. I could have got them a long time ago if I wanted to easily, man. But the top ones, they got that plastic piece that goes across your palate on the roof of your mouth, and that's the way it suction cups in, man. I sing and shit, so my tongue has to be able to touch the roof of my mouth for me to sing right and shit. So with dentures, I would sound like shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's people my age that got good. I would have good teeth if I would have got my wisdom teeth pulled out when they were supposed to be in the service that they say is not service connected. The reason I didn't get them pulled is because I didn't want my buddies to have to work like 18-hour shifts for a week, and then when I come back, they'd all hate me, right? So I told the dentist, I said, no, you can't do it now, man. Schedule it for some other time. Of course, he didn't give a shit. I turned down his advice. Get them pulled right now. Made the teeth all grow together. Then he couldn't clean and floss in between, and he just said, fuck it, right? That's why the bottoms are still good, because I took care of them. They're just partially worn away and brown from tobacco stains because I grind my teeth like this. It's called bruxism. I think that's from the Indian blood, if I'm not mistaken. It gives you bruxism. Grind your teeth, you'd be sleeping at night. I had that one that was hanging loose here. I went to the bar because I figured if I'm at the bar, there's going to be people around me, right? I got a pair of needle nose pliers from the bartender. I put a napkin over the top of the tooth. I gripped it real tight with the pliers like this, and I just rocked my head back like this, and it came right out. No pain, no nothing. It wasn't even bleeding because the whole weekend it was loose, and I could taste the blood was going down the back of my throat. Yeah, I got to get one. It's called a bit, like in that movie with Richie, when she goes, if you really want to eat my pussy, Richie, I'll let you. What is that, Dusk Till Dawn? And George Clooney says, Richie, put your bit in. Yeah, but those are shit. You want to get a real good one if you got it, You can buy them for on Amazon, you can get them for like $8. You boil, like when you're in football in high school, you just boil them in water and put in your mouth and bite down on it and stuff, You can get those, but you gotta get one, get the right one, what the fuck. Just like the false teeth, you don't want that shit on your meat. You gotta get it, do it right, man. Or do like George Washington and whittle you out a pair of wooden teeth and put them in, right? Back in the day, what did they do when they got sick and shit? Did they run to the hospital every day? No. They either cured themselves or they died, right? One of the two. Self-surgery is a good thing. Why would I pay $200 to have a tooth that's almost falling out? Why would I pay a dentist $200 to pull that out when I could just do it myself, right? I saved $200, and because I went like this, I showed them the tooth, and they go, "Oh, he did it!" I go, "For grossing all you guys out, I'll buy a round of drinks." So it cost me like $18 for a round of drinks. That's with my drink too. So, but now I can eat good. I don't have to worry about that tooth flopper. It hurt, man. It flop around and pull it under the gum and shit because it was loose, right? And I took antibiotics afterwards because the root goes all the way up to here, right? So I took antibiotics afterwards. That's the thing. I'll tell you, if you're going to do your own teeth like that, make sure you take an antibiotic afterwards, man. I took sulfatrimethyltrimipin, whatever, Bactrim double strength. I took for like 2 days, and then I took 5 days of amoxicillin to make sure it didn't get infected. And so far, so good. No dry socket, right? It's starting to rain pretty good here now. See, look at the windshield. It's raining. It's raining. Look at this fool here walking. He just put his hoodie on. Gosh, I'll let you see him walking here. Look, he's walking in the rain. Look at this fool. He fool walking down the street in the rain. Let's see if this chat stopped, because the last one I got is get those teeth guards. Let me see. I know how to do this now. Just go like this, and if it's there, it is. And if it's, it'll make just minimize the screen a little bit, put it back up, and the channels don't grow again. Try it again just to make sure. Make sure you're alive. I am alive. I'm alive. Like that movie. It's alive. Was that Young Frankenstein? It's alive. Look at these Illinois plates, Illinois plates, Illinois plates. They all come here to buy their booze, their cigarettes, and gasoline because it's like always $1 cheaper a gallon over here now. So we got all the Democrats from Illinois coming over here. All Illinois plates. Everyone. Look, 1, 2. That's Indiana. 3, 4. If they got a plate on the front, it's Illinois. Indiana. Indiana. Illinois. Illinois. Man, there's a lot of Illinois people here now. Even to buy stuff like this, sales tax in Indiana is cheaper now. So if you're going to get food, like fast food or something, they come over here to get it, man. Illinois is a fucked up state, man. That state is totally fucked. We have no migrants here, man. If they did come here, they would. Hey, Halfwit, what's up, man? What's going on in Zealand? You still paying like $30 a pack for cigarettes and shit over there? I actually got mine for like $6 a pack today, man. I had $5 off of 2 packs. Wow. It was like, no, it was less. It was like $4.50 a pack. Because I only paid like $8.99 for 2 packs, man. With the coupon off. See, what I don't understand is they can sell 70 plus for 30 gram. Ooh. I could never live in your country. I could never live in Australia. I heard the booze is expensive there. I heard the women are expensive there. Unless you want, look, another commuter train. How many cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars in that one. The other one was double the cars in that one. Right? Had like 12 cars on it now. That's all those people. They live over here because it's cheaper to live here, and they will pay that monthly fare ticket round trip to Chicago to work in Chicago. Then they don't have to deal with the migrants that just come back over here. I have the plan. I've been saying on every live, I'll say it again. The way to do the migrants is, instead of giving them a $1,000 Visa card a month and a place to stay and all this shit and all the money they're spending, just buy them a one-way ticket to Shanghai, China. I sound support, like I'm support, uncircumcised. No, I got a helmet head. I wish I was uncircumcised. They don't give you a choice. You get it done when you're a kid, man. I knew I was in the hospital. When I went in to get the cyst taken out of my bladder, I was in that ward where they have the prostate surgeries and all that shit. And some guy that was like already like 25 or something went to get a circumcision. Why he would do that, I have no idea, man. I heard that motherfucker waking up in the middle of the night screaming his fucking head up. He woke up with a heart on and fucking tore the stitches out. Oh my God, I bet that was fucking horrendous. Yeah, well, if you grow up for free and it's strong, it's good, man. Just, you know, figure a way to mutate the seeds or whatever and get a milder form, you know, milder form of tobacco. I heard up in the northern part, have you ever had a prostate massage? Oh, you mean the Saigon Kiss? Oh my God. I went to the massage parlor in East Chicago after we went to the strip club. And, you know, they said, which girl? I said, it doesn't matter. And the new girl was there, right? It was $200 back there for everything you want here in Indiana, right? I went there, man, and she's doing old Jacol and the licking the ball and the sucking and licking. Next thing you know, she did that kiss right between your ball sack and your prostate there, right between your asshole. And man, it wasn't even like 5 minutes, and it was like, pow! I said, man, I ain't come that hard and that fast since I was like 15, 16 years old. And she started laughing. She said, well, maybe next time I can make it last longer. I go, yeah, or whatever. I said, I'll never use you again. Man, I wish I said I had a helmet head on when I was younger and got pulled over. A helmet head, yeah. That's better than a prostate massage, Mike, when they do that Saigon kiss, man. It's like, pow! So bitches, man, you can't help but blow, man. I believe you're referring to what's called a man's tank. No, we had, in the service, we nicknamed that the Saigon kiss, okay? That's what it was nicknamed. Saigon kiss also means when you get a burn on your leg from the tailpipe, right? It's also the tastiest part of the chicken, right? Well, maybe she was trying to get some tasty off of me. I don't know. The tasty fuzz. Instead of tasty freeze, the tasty fuzz, right? Dad! Kissimun tick. Kissimun tick. Dad! What's up, son? I can't come home. I can't come home. If you're in Vietnam, I will be there in September. I will be home in September. Second home in September. Why, you need money? Do you need money? Do you need money from daddy? I will be your daddy. If you're female, I will be your daddy. Are you female? Are you female? I will be your Onza. Onza map. I'll be the old man, the old fat man. Oh, I'm not gay. I don't swing that way. I can adapt you though. But you gotta do all the cleaning and shit. At least 6 months, Mike. At least 6 months. Last year I stayed, what, 9.5 months? The year before that in Mexico I stayed 6 months. Last year I stayed 7. Papa, I need some new undies. Are you female? No, I'm not required. I can stay gone. But the thing is, when I leave, I always have health care because I buy that cheap-ass travel insurance. But it's only good for traveling. It's not, if you live there, that's not travel insurance, right? And you can only renew it from your home country. So think of it this way, Mike. If you're going to say you want to live forever in the Philippines, whatever, right? It's worth it to get a round trip $1,000 ticket to come here and go back because you stay here a week, you take care of business, whatever. You got little shit you got to do, right? Okay, and then you get that insurance renewed. It's good for 180 days. So every 180 days, whether it's February, it could be the middle of the winter, it doesn't matter. Just come back, renew your travel insurance with Alliance for $45 for 180 days. And you got 50,000 emergency medical. And then when you come back here, you can get all your tests and shit done by the VA, you know, get them all done. All the expensive shit, get that all out of the way. I had a heart echocardiogram with the, the ultrasound bullshit. Sounded like Bob Marley's jamming. I'm jamming for you. The guy goes, that ain't freaking you out. I go, why would it freak me out? I said, that's just my heart valve opening and closing like this and the blood pushing through there. Thanks, Pim. I want to get a shirt that has an arrow pointing down towards my dick that says, thank you for your service, and the arrow pointing down at my crack pipe. I think that would sell pretty good, right? I seen one guy on a bus back in the day when I was traveling around. He had a shirt that said, give me head till I'm dead. United States Army Military Police, 95 Bravo, had authority of Federal Marshal, yeah. I wasn't one of those Army cops that just wrote the damn, I don't even know what the fucking number is on it. Richard Lee Rogers is in the house. I'm proof of life, man. I'm letting everybody know I'm still alive, man. I have free health care here. I could go right now, drive up to the emergency room in Chicago and tell them, oh, I fucked my foot up, and they'll take care of me. Straight back to Vietnam, Maximus. Yeah, well, I have some good stories, but like, there's no war stories or nothing like that, man. Caught a couple lesbians going at it in the car, and we're sitting there watching them. And the guy with me, he was a rookie. He goes, let's. I said, no, let them go at it for a while. Let's sit here and enjoy the view, you know. That was in San Francisco. No, I didn't give up on the Philippines. I'm giving up on Makati. Makati's a fucking shithole, man. I'm giving up on that place, man. It's just as expensive as living here, and I mean, what the hell? The service is absolutely freaking horrendous, man. Yeah, I mean, if I could get a retirement visa for Vietnam and just stay up in Dalat, that guy Nicky Prazin, man, I'm gonna have to get rid of him, man. I have to get him evicted from Dalat, man. He's put up a whole bunch. He's showing the grocery store, the supermarket. He showed my favorite fucking restaurant on his video, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Philippines. I'll stay in Vietnam for at least a month the first time, maybe 2, 3. You can stay up to 90 days. And then I'm going to go to the Philippines, and I'm going to go travel south. And this time, since his wife's not in the hospital with ovarian cyst, I'll go visit him. I got a free room there. I'm going to go visit JB. She told me I can stay in her guest house. Then I'm going to go south towards Zamboanga. I'm going to check out that place, Malaybalay, because that sounds like it's a little hotter than Dalat, but it's not too hot, okay? I did, Maximus. I did. That was my ultimate dream, was just to go to Baguio and retire there, right? Get an SRV, but there's no sense in getting one now, right? Because I'm getting older, right? So why pay for an SRV when you can just keep extending, right? But go there, and because the weather's just like Dalat, Vietnam, though. It's just like Dalat. If you check on Google, and you Google temperature Dalat, Vietnam, and then you Google temperature Baguio, Philippines, it's going to be almost identical, maybe 1 or 2 degrees difference, it's all. But in Baguio, in the afternoons now, there's a water shortage. They shut the fucking water off for 4 hours, and there's no smoking anywhere in the whole freaking city. You could be in the park, nobody within 1,000 feet of you, man. You light up a cigarette, and if a cop sees you, you'll write you a ticket. So that's the 2 things. I would have to live outside of, I'd have to live in, what's that town right next to it where they do where the vegetables actually all come from? Is it Valencia? Or Trinidad, I think. There's a town right next to Baguio that I could probably stay in. Bless you, Andy V. Bless you. It's the third coming. I wish it was the second coming. I don't know if you made it yet. We got to have St. Peter read the book and see if you made it or not, man. He's going to check your list like Santa Claus, man. Maybe you'll get up there and they'll say, you got to turn around and go the other way, man. Don't know. But I will bless you, okay? I will bless you. If I had some holy water, I'd give you some holy. Where's my rifle? Let me ask again. You better be a good shot. Are you a good shot? I was only marksman with a rifle. But with a pistol, with a 45, I was expert because I had a Ithaca Gold Cup was issued to me, match pistol. Some lieutenant had it, and see, they can have their own pistols, right? But when they leave, they have to leave the pistol behind. And since the arms room guy, I caught him with some weed and I let him go, he issued me that Ithaca. That was like a favor, I guess. Because I never busted anybody for smoking weed. Never. I'm not a hypocrite. See, before I went into service, you name it, I did it. So I'm not going to bust somebody for something I did, I just told them, first time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. Go off the post, do it somewhere else. You can't be a hypocrite. See, that's the problem with the police is when they do the psychological exam, okay, they need to find out, is he a pumpkinhead or is he not a pumpkinhead? In other words, if you give him the power, is he going to abuse the power or is he going to use it in the right way? You know, I never abused my power, man, never. And I had a lot of it. I wrote a 3-star general on freaking 1805 federal magistrate ticket. Not because I wanted to, but because the crooks were begging me to do it because his dog was knocking over the garbage can. They had to do extra work every night and shit, cleaning up the mess. I went up to him with the intentions to tell him, listen, can you control your dog? Just be nice to him, sir, whatever, right? He started cussing me like I was a redheaded stepchild. And I said, please, can you just keep the dog like on a leash or walk it when you're out? He, you know, cussing me like whatever, man, you know. I just pulled out the traffic the ticket, the magistrate ticket book, started writing it out. He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm writing you a federal 1805 federal magistrate ticket. You don't have to sign it if you don't want to, right? But he was still cussing me, and I handed him the ticket. I said, have a good night, sir. The next day, they tried to court-martial me. No, I wasn't a mess hall supervisor. I was military police. But the cooks said, can you find out what dog's not? So I did my own little investigation. Which dog is this? And I followed it back to this house. And I said, wait a minute, I think a general lives there, right? I went up to the door and did my thing, right? First, I went back to them. I told them, I said, listen, you're asking me to commit career suicide here. You know, that's a general, right? And they go, but it's your job, man. You got to do it. We'll make sure you get food no matter what, right? We'll take care of you. I said, yeah, whatever. So I went and did it like a dumbass. I shouldn't have ever did it. His name was LVB Roberts. I didn't know he was a World War II hero. What the fuck? I didn't know he was in France, World War II and shit. He was the head of the 6th Army at the time, and he was at the Presidio in the housing there. LVB Roberts got a ticket. He had to pay $300 out of his hard-earned $10,000 a month general salary, or whatever the fuck he was getting. No, it was just that I knew if I did that, Maximus, they're going to ban me out of the mess hall. They're going to, you know, they find out what's going on, they're going to say, and they did. They gave me separate rations, and I actually ended up moving off post with separate, got separate rations in BEQ, basic quarters. I was living with 3 bitches on Van Ness and Union. Right across the street from Henry Africa's an apartment building. It was a hotel that they converted to an apartment building. So they said they would hook you up in the mess hall. That was already gives you. Yeah, but see, the thing is, they knew if I did this shit, I'm gonna get axed out of the mess hall. You know. Yeah. Well, back in the day, there, Maximus, if you could get a boner and you weren't gay, you could have 5 girlfriends, man. They would love you, man. I had one of them steal my fucking ID when I was leaving town. They're crying at the airport all together. They all knew I was fucking all of them. They didn't care. Because there's so many gays living there, man. The last thing I saw was 2 guys with nice trimmed haircuts and nice trimmed beards making out on the way to the airport. I said, oh, God, I'm glad I'm leaving this place. Believe it or not, San Francisco used to be a nice friggin' place, man. It used to be a really good city. And Nancy Pelosi fucked it all up, man. Everything she gets near, she fucks up, man. Those barracks that I used to live in, right now, if you want to get a condo there, it costs you about like $3-4 million for a condo in that building that I was living in for free. It's up at Fort Wilfred Scott on the mountain there by the big hill. The only part of San Francisco during the earthquake didn't get shook, but it's a big fucking rock. Used to wake up in the morning, the fog would be rolling in by the Golden Gate Bridge. I could look out my window and watch that shit, man, right there. Trees all around, big parade ground in front. Every other month we'd do the stomp and drag. No, Wilfred Scott, I think is how I know it's Fort Scott, but I think the guy's name was Wilfred Scott. Haktua. What the hell is Haktua? That dude played a good part in that movie, the second thing that they made with Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley. He was the doc. They locked him up in that room there. He turned out the alien got him, and he turned out being the guy that had to blow up at the end of the movie. I hope you saw it. I didn't ruin it for you. That's a spoiler there. Wilford Brimley turns out to be rebuilding the spaceship for the alien that's going to leave. He used to also do the Quaker Oats oatmeal commercial, I believe. Wilford Brimley. See, my mind is like, snap, man. Snap. You ask Joe Biden, who's Wilford Brimley? He goes, I don't know. I just like to sniff little girls' hair. I like to sniff little girls and try to grab women's boobies and stuff, man, because I'm the president. And I shit my pants every now and then, too. Can you imagine, man? I'm totally fucking embarrassed, man. When I go to the VA, they have his picture there. You know, like I said, when I went back, it was Trump's picture there, and he had a mean look on his face. They have Biden there with like this smiley face when you walk in now, but the service is shit, man. They want you to get all these tests that you don't need, and the shit that you do need, they don't want to do for you, man. That's the thing, you know? Like I told him, oh, you want to give me a cardiac assessment because I have a slight murmur, right? And I have a moderate circulation problem below my waist for my legs because that's why I got the numbness and shit in my feet, right? It's not just neuropathy, it's that too, right? So you want to do surgery on my heart, but you can't fix my dick, but you want me to work on your heart. Yeah, okay. Sure, we'll let you do that. I know you want to quit having to pay me, that's what it is. They know if they get rid of me, they don't have to pay me anymore, right? My boy keeps trying to get me to join the army. Maybe it was 1939. Andy V, I'll tell you what. Don't join the army. Here's what I tell my grandson. Go in the Air Force. If you can score, if you're smart enough, go in the Air Force. They get all the good shit, man. They have a 24-hour mess. You wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you want a sandwich, you go there, get a sandwich, man. They have like soundproof booths. You can check out like a Thunder Strat and play guitar at 3 in the morning in a soundproof booth. No, it has nothing to do with it. I don't have a limp D. It's not a limp D. It's a different problem now. It's because I had that clap so many times that it's got scar tissue built up, so I had to have the thing roto-rooted when I was younger. And now, like every 6 months, I got to get this shit stretched open, man, you know, so I don't fucking close off where I can't piss. You know, I mean, it's a problem, man. It's a problem, you know, because you got prostate. If you get older, you get prostate. And most guys, they'll take a piss and they spray all over the fucking place. They either got the clap or they got prostate problems, right? Mine is a different story altogether, man. And they fixed it last time with surgery and shit and everything. And they said, oh, it'll be fine for the rest of your life. No, bitch lied, man. Like, every 6 months, got to go get that shit stretched open, man. Or do it yourself. You can do it yourself. Self-surgery, man. I think I'm going to go out and get a stainless steel or a silver peg about this long here that's rounded at the tip that I can just put some KY on and slide it up in there. I know it's going to hurt like a bitch. And slide it up in there and just leave it in there until it stretches open. Yeah, I pegged the tip of my penis a lot, man. But I'm pegging the hole in my penis. What do they call it? It's not. There's a certain term for that. When you go inside your hole in your penis, like you're fucking yourself, but you're doing it inside the penis. There's a thing. People like that shit, huh? Yeah, you're putting it in the urethra, but there's a terminology. The more you speak, the more I'm convinced you are the Messiah. Well, all I can do is I perform self-surgery on myself, like removing teeth and shit. No, is it docking? Is it called docking? Is that what it's called? Where you stick something in your urethra to open it up, to stretch it open, because the hole will close up if I don't. Because what happened is when they first did the surgery, they took the thing, it's like your eyelid here, how you got that like little piece of skin there, or like your cuticles. They removed that So when it closes after you piss, how it closes like that, there's nothing to keep it from growing back together, man. That's probably what it's called. I don't know. I know there's some people like that. Watch that video, Maximus, of it's going down or it's coming down by Danzig. They got some weird shit going on in there, man. Guy hammering a nail through his fucking penis, man. Boom, they're showing it too, man. Or putting their dick in their ball sack and stitching their ball sack together with like, oh, it's gross shit, man. It's called It's Coming Down by Danzig, the music video. Look it up, man. They got some weird shit, man. I have a high pain tolerance, man, but you know, that's a different story, man. That's a different story. And you know, you can't forget about the shit either, because once it starts to grow too small, it's painful, man, to put that shit up in there, man. I usually do about once every 2 months to make sure, for sure, it doesn't close up, you know. That's because all the other scar tissue was cleaned out, but near the edge, near the tip there, that thing there, it's like, how do you put it? It's like not straight. It should be straight, and it's not just like curved. So when you piss, it's like a faucet. It's coming down instead of straight up, you know. So you pull your dick out to take a piss. You don't want to piss on your leg. You got to make sure you hold your dick up in the air like this. Like if you want to give a bitch a facial and you're going like this, you got to pull your dick back like this and get her like this, because it's going to shoot from the front bottom, squirt in her face, man. You know, it's all kinds of weird shit, man. But if they can't fix that, and I'm going to let them do surgery on my heart, man, come on, man. Well, you know, you got a slight murmur, so let's just change the whole fucking valve in your heart, man. Am I having a bad hair day? It's raining out, so I should be having a very bad hair day, man. Because of humidity. My favorite word is moist. Moist. Isn't that a good word, man? Lady, are your panties moist? Isn't that a perfect word? Moist. It sounds like weird, but moist. Like, my finger is moist. My lips are moist. It's like a different word for what? Damp? Moist? There is no other word for that, right? Moist is moist. Okay. Is your vagina moist? Do you have humidity in your panties? Well, you know, I already, since these people are winning over, I figured if you can't beat them, join them, right? So I declared myself a lesbian. I'm a lesbian. I'm a woman stuck in a man's body that only does women. That makes me a lesbian, right? That's what all the females that are trying to transgender the males, they want to be like me, right? But they can't. Because how do you construct a penis from a vagina? Not very good. But here's the thing I don't understand. If they can do all that shit, why can't they fix my junk, man? I mean, it still works good. It's just, what can I say? It's aggravation. It's an aggravating thing. But I'm still alive, everybody. I know you're all wishing that I kicked the bucket already. He died in his car. They found him up at the lake in his car. He had started turning so bad there was maggots flying around in the car. There's a guy I found on YouTube here. What's his name? Herb's Element. He's living in a Toyota Element. I told him, I said, dude, why are you living in the car? I said, just get a ticket and go to Vietnam, man. Let's see if this chat's working correctly again. I can't get a poll going? Hey, hold on. Oh, a lot of people hate me, man. Because they wish they could do what I'm doing, you know, and they can't do it. So a lot of people say, wow. Oh, I wished I did today. That one time I went, first time live from maybe you need to go private and they fix it up for sure. I think this time, here, let's check out the train. I think this time when I go to Thailand, in Thailand, I think they'd be able to do that surgery easy. 10 cars full of chemicals take the caffeine out of coffee and the nicotine out of cigarettes and shit. That's what that is. Yeah, I can go to private, yeah. In Thailand would be great, man. Mike's Philippine Retirement, what's up, dude? I stopped in your live last night right before the debate. But I didn't want to miss the debate, so I left. It's good, man. This time when I go to Philippines, I am coming. I've got as far south as Bacolod last time. Then I went to Coron. Then I went to Siargao. Then I came back up to Luzon, went to Bulacan, and I went back to Makati. This time I'm going to go south. I'm going to get, because I found a place where I can get a motorcycle without having to wait 90 days for the freaking paperwork. So I'll get me a bike, and I'll go down, like the series bus goes down there to like, you catch the ferry across from Ilo there, you know, and then you go to Bacolod right there. I'll do that with the motorcycle this time. But I'm going to Nam first, man. Because every time I go to Nam, I can save like $1,000. I look like I showered today. No, lady, it's raining. See, look here. It's called, I got my bar of soap out and I stood in the street and I took my hillbilly shower in the street, you know. I need to trim this beard because the hair is like starting to get where I eat. I'm starting to eat my own hair and shit, man. So I got to trim it here, trim it here, trim it here, and maybe bring the beard down a little bit, you know. They're all telling me, the one guy came in the chat last time, he says, cut your hair. I said, why? So I could look like you? Look at the trains, man. Look at the trains. Woo, woo. We got Taco Bell and tank cars. That's the easy way when you're camping to take a shower. You just get a light drizzle out, go out there with the bar of soap, man, and get it on, man. It doesn't matter if they like it like this or not, lady. I'm paying, so it doesn't matter, right? The massage girls, right? I'm not gonna deal on that stuff, man. They've been with like 20 guys in one day, man. So why would I even attempt to deal on that, you know? I have some people up in the lot that like my hair like this, man, and some that don't. One girl there, she thinks, oh, you look like Jesus. I go, yeah, old man, bazaar. Oh, ongza map. That old man looked like Jesus. That's my Kongai, my daughter, my Kongai, my Vietnamese daughter. I'll make it to where you're at this time I get to the Philippines, lady. I will make it to Siquijor. I will. And I will stay at that infamous hostel there. It's very cheap. It has a good restaurant. I will make it there this time. Because I'm going south this time. When I get there this time, I'm going to go south. I'm going to actually go into Mindanao. Because all I got to do is tie a rag around my head and I'll fit in really good. Don't think I'm some extremist or something, you know. Just let my beard grow out like this and leave it like this. And don't think I'm an Islamic extremist. They won't mess with me. Nah, skip it. You spelled it wrong. Tagbalayan. How could you spell it wrong? Your fingers are moving too fast on the typewriter, right? I heard they had a good restaurant there too, no? Is the food expensive there now in Siargao? Is inflation like crazy? It's almost 59 pesos to the dollar right now. Every time I leave, the peso, the baht, and the dong goes up. Then when I go back, because I always go through high season, right? I don't stay in. But look at the weather here. We got rain and it's about 24 Celsius out. It's not bad. 24 Celsius and rain. You can rent motorbike for 6-7 years. That's cheap compared to I can buy a motorbike in Quezon City and then resell it when I leave. Yeah, I know. I heard, but when I get back, it'll be back down to 54, 55 like it was last time I was there. I mean, but what, people worry about 3-4 pesos here and there. If you got to worry about that, you shouldn't travel at all. Like right now, the Vietnamese dong is over 25. It's 25.5 because that lady embezzled all that money and shit. I think that's the reason it's up so high. She got him for like $12 billion, man. She got the death penalty. They haven't commuted it yet. But she might beat it on a technicality because they're supposed to process the verdict and put it out to all the parties within 24 hours, and they didn't do it. So she might beat it on a technicality. And her husband's filthy rich from Hong Kong. He's a real estate dude too, so. Yep, almost 59. Almost 59 to the dollar now. That's some good shit, right? Because at 58.41, they're going to give you 58 when you exchange. And since I got a Fidelity card now, I can just put the Fidelity card in the ATM and take out 10,000 pesos because that's the max they'll usually let you right later on and take out another 10,000 because all those fees get kicked back to me, man. Oh, in reselling, I mean, it's already going to be used when I buy it. When I buy it, I don't have to do any paper. It'll be like the paperwork will already be done because I'm getting it from an auction. That's how you do it. You get like money off because you're getting it from the auction, so you got to buy it for cheaper than what it is new. All the repos, all the ones, the Filipinos that bought them, and you get the good ones. If you know motorcycles, you got to know motorcycles though. Yeah, so if it's 58.41, you're going to get like 58.10, 58, right around there per 100. Always take a picture of your money before you exchange it because they got that scam going on where they take your money. They say, oh, sorry, sir, this one's counterfeit. Then they give you the wrong bill back. But if you take a picture before you give it to them, you got the serial number so they can't fuck you. Never thought about that, did you? Just take your camera out. The guy last time, a couple hundred in Makati I was doing, and he says, why are you taking your picture of the money? I said, I don't want to insult you, sir. I didn't tell him why. I just said, I don't want to insult you, sir. I like, I don't like automatics. I like manual shift. That Kimco Cargador for a 150, that's not a bad bike. That's a decent bike. It's Taiwan made, but they're pretty cheap. But if you like an automatic bike, you can get the Alpha Wave 110, and it's less than $1,000, man. It's like what, 49,000. Yeah, but at the auction, they do it right then and there. You don't have to wait 90 days for the LTO to do it. Yeah, they used to make Honda parts, yeah. So they're good bikes. And you can get a 150 Cargador for about, I think they quit making them, so you get like 1 year old one now. You can get one for about 70,000, 79, 69 to 79. The Alpha Wave 110 though, everybody thinks you need a big bike. You don't need a big bike. All those guys on Grab and shit, they're all hauling people around on freaking 110s, 125s. You can get a 110 Alpha Wave brand new for like 48, 49. But who wants to wait 90 days for the paperwork? That's the whole problem when I was there. I wanted a bike, but what do I got to wait all the time? You ride it for the first week, and then you got to wait 90 days to get the paperwork. Oh my God, LTO stuff, first time buyer is different from what I am talking to. Anyway, you live in, I'll live in, I'm going to go to auction. I'm going to check it out, see how it is. If I can't buy one there, I'll jump on the fucking series bus, like I did last time. Jump on the goddamn series bus. Go that way, and if I have to rent a bike, I'll rent a bike. I mean, but why would you rent if you could own and just resell it, In Vietnam, lady, you can get a bike for $3 for the whole day. For the whole day. See, everything in the Philippines is double of Vietnam right now, man. Even with the exchange rate, it's still double. You get less service and pay higher prices. Like rooms in Makati, for a hostel in Makati, I'm gonna pay $17 a day with breakfast, right? In Vietnam, I can get $89 for a whole fucking month, but no breakfast, right? But it's only $1.10 down the street. I found 2 hostels there now, and I can also rent an apartment there. You can rent a. There's that guy I was just talking to you before you came in the chat. His name is called Nicky Prostin or Prosin. He's a Russian dude, and he's staying up in the lot. He's giving away all my secrets, Lady E, man. He told him my favorite restaurant, that Fungi Changi. Have you ever eaten at the Fungi Changi? He's videoing that, man. He was showing him the supermarket there and everything. He was showing him the. Oh man, he's giving away all this. It's gonna be like, if people see his videos, it's gonna end up like Dumageddon, man. Yeah, that's right. I've never bought a bike there, so I don't know the hassle of it all. I know in Vietnam, I could get my Kong Gai. I could buy the bike in her name, and she'd just let me ride it, you know. And you get it cheap. Get me like a, I think they call the Alpha the Vizio. In Vietnam, it's called the Vizio. Charles, the film is laughing, buddy. Okay, wait. Later this year, I want to be back in the Chang. Still saving because I want to stay in that Vincom property, not a 3-star with a rooftop. You can get a 4-star with a rooftop 800 feet from the beach for like $100 a week, which is like what, 5,900 pesos a week. The Vincom, I know what you're talking about. The Vin homes in Vietnam and Saigon, they're not selling because the subway's still not built. You can get one of them cheap if you want to buy one of those. But in Dalat, the last apartment I rented there was like $120 a month. His name's Nicky Prostin or Prostin, something like that. He's monetized all that shit. He's living with he's like a Russian commie with he's living off his YouTube money, and he's got like 3 Canadians staying. They rented a 4-bedroom house for $500 a month, man, and he's showing people this shit. I'm saying, man, why you don't be doing this, man? Giving away all my secrets, man. People go, why don't you vlog when you're in the life? Because I don't want everybody to know how nice it is there, man. You know, it's like a P-R-O-S-I-N, maybe? P-R-O-S-I-N? I'm not subscribed to him, but it's been coming up in my feed because everything in Vietnam comes up, you know. But yeah, he was showing the supermarket. The last he went shopping for, what the fuck? He was buying some shit. Then they got some Vietnamese girl living in the apartment with him. She's probably the housekeeper. Yeah, they're building a lot of stuff, man, but they're not renting them out. See, that's what's good. If they're not renting them, the price will stay down. But if people go there and start like Da Nang's going to get filthy fucking expensive in a minute because everybody's going to Da Nang because it's a big city on the beach. Yeah, well, he's already in trouble for that. People were warning him in his last stream, Maximus. They were saying, you know, Putin was just there. You better watch out, man. Putin was just there to talk to the Vietnamese prime minister, man. He's probably got ulterior motives. Yeah, there's a lot of Russians in Vietnam that are like dodging the draft, man. They say they're not dodging the draft, that they're not on the list or whatever stuff, but yeah, they're going to face consequences later on, man. ADV 160, that's a nice bike, but that's really, you don't need one that big, really. I mean, you can get, like I said, that 110 Alpha, the Alpha Wave 110, that's a decent enough scooter to get around. All you need is something to get around. You don't need to go 80 miles an hour. And if it's brand new, if it breaks down, good luck with that. At least it's brand new. You got it under warranty, right? I wish the hell I could bring my Harley Davidson over there, man. It costs too much, though, man. That's where I'm staying at. Geez, you know exactly the same thing I do. Right near Famu Lao by the Central Park. There, 24/9, 24/7 park. No, they don't call it. They call it 24/9 park or whatever. But yeah, right there off the corner. I won't tell you exact address, Lady E, but it's right across from the Highlands Coffee. I can get a room there for about $13 a night. And then from there, you go up to Nachang, and then from Nachang, you take a bus to Dalat. Well, van. That one bus company, Tom Bowie, they're out of business now. They had a bad accident. I'll tell you what's the kick-ass bike, if you want to spend a fortune, is that Kawasaki Ninja. The Ninja they got in Vietnam. That son of a bitch costs like 20 million, maybe more. Maybe 2 billion. I don't know, something like that. It's expensive. Yeah, well, you can get a flight from Saigon to Dalat for like $30 for like double, and you got to wait around the airport. It still takes time to get there, you know. Yeah, I got it. Motorbikes, yeah. Vietnam, that's what it's all about. It's all about motorbikes, man. Yeah, 8 hours. And then they stop at the fucking restaurant they want to stop at where the food sucks. I had some utiu, and it was all bones and shit. There was no meat in there at all, man. It was all just fucking broth bones, man. It was okay, but it's not like the best. You know. Last time I went bus, I walked across the street to the lady that had banh mi's. I walked over there, her and her kid. She made me a couple of banh mi sandwiches. Yeah, 3-4 hours. You can take your time, 4 hours, if not 3 hours, yeah. Just don't get pulled over. Make sure you put gloves on and make sure you got the helmet visor. That way they don't pull you over and charge you the $2 million fine, you know. Do you have the international driver's license? Because, see, they don't recognize the international driver's license from the United States because we never signed that fucking 1948 Treaty of fucking Vienna or whatever the fuck it was. You can have an Italian international driver's license or a French international driver's license or whatever, and you're all good. But if you have one that's from the United States that's international license, it's not any good. So you're illegal. They're going to charge you a fine, $2 million. Say they're going to take your bike, but they let you keep the bike. It's all about the money. And you can't get a Vietnamese license unless you're there on a temporary residency, which is tough to get unless you're a student or you're working there. You know. But that's the way I found out. If I really want to stay there and not have to come back home, just enroll in 2 classes in that college in Talat. Get 2 classes, that's considered full-time. Get yourself your temporary residency card for free. I think it's 3 years. But yeah, even the rich people in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh, when they want to retire to Dalat. Everybody knows that's the perfect place in Vietnam, man. Some like to go north, but then you get winters up north, you get snow and shit. You know. Did you ever do the bridge in Mac Chao? The White Dragon Bridge? Did you ever do that already? Cost 25 USD last time I did it. And they come out in the morning with the towels under, they clean off the bridge. People were walking out about 10 meters and turning around because they were freaking out from vertigo. They had to turn back. Yeah, well, last time I was there, everybody that was coming up to the lot, they were all getting stopped and shook down for like $1 million or $2 million. That was right around Christmas time. The shakedown. You don't have the international driver's license? You can have one from Poland. International driver's license issued from Poland, and you're good. But if you have one that's in the United States, it's not any good. Because they didn't sign the fucking treaty in 1948. I don't know if it was in Versailles or in Vienna. It's one of the things they had to sign. And the United States didn't sign this shit, so they don't acknowledge it. Somebody asked me earlier in the chat if you could go back in time, would you? I go, yeah, so I could punch Harry Truman in the nose. All they had to do is tell Ho Chi Minh, yeah, we'll get rid of the French for you. We'll get them out of here. So you can, they would, look at all the lives he would have saved. And then instead of dropping the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, He could have just dropped the bomb off the coast and showed them that we had it, because they didn't believe we had it. All they had to do is prove them we got it. I'm sure they had an extra one. Just show them, yeah, look what we got, man. You just better surrender now. Oh, we got a freight train coming. I hear my train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. See, the economy's all right still. I mean, Biden tried like hell to fuck this country all the way up now, but it hasn't happened yet. Just cross your fingers that he's out and somebody else is in. That's for the amateur. There are sub-roads in the hills, not on the main road. Yeah, well, I didn't make the trip. I made the trip in the van. I mean, shit, the van's only, what, 270,000 Vietnamese dong to take the van. Not the bus, but the nice vans, you know. Take a van from Dalat to Nha Trang. Yeah, Thomas Ground. Look who's here. It's Brett Aspinall. I mean, it's Captain Billy Jack. What's up, Captain? You don't have to come in my chat with a different name, man. Or are you in two different chats at the same time? Where's my coffee at, man? You said you could come up here and buy me a cup of coffee. Where's my coffee at, dude? Life insurance premium win. That's the order. Why? It's almost done, man. We got like 15 minutes left now. 15 minutes left. You're here late, man. You got here late. I got baseball games I got to watch. I got bets going. Say, everybody say, type in the chat. Yeah, the VIP Ford Transit. Try that too. Yeah, those vans are okay. Those vans, you got leg room. It's roomy. It's okay. Air conditioned. All good shit, you know. Everybody say, go Cincinnati Reds. I adopted two teams in the National League now, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Reds. But if you bet on the Philadelphia Phillies tonight, the odds are like you bet $2 to win $1. And I'm pretty sure that Bryce Harper's not going to play tonight, man, because he hurt his leg yesterday. I got tied up all freaking day at the doctor's office. Well, that's not a good thing. Yeah, some of them did. Yeah, and it's only 270,000. What is that? That's like, that's less than, what, 25.5? That's like $12. Okay. Yeah, watch the debate replay. Yeah, watch Joe Biden stumble all over his ass, man. The Philippines needs Donald Trump. Ciao boy toy. Ciao boy toy, Lady E. Hanggap lai. Entatip. Magandang umaga? That's umaga. Yeah, I'm at the Dunkin's getting ready. I'm going to get ready to go over to the pub, man. I'm thinking either the casino or the pub. Casino, I get free sodas, right? I'm thinking either the casino or the pub. But you got to pay gas to get out to the casino, so probably best just to go to the pub here and pay about $1.17 for the diets. That's not bad, man. It's not bad. I've been hiding out, man. I've been hiding out from my brother and everybody. I've been hiding in the tent for the last 2 days, man. Started raining this morning. Went out in the yard in my swim trunks, man. Got me a nice cold shower. You know, this drizzle, you've been in this, you know how the drizzle is. It's perfect, man. Perfect for a nice shower, man. Went swimming 2 days ago, that hot day. I went to the Ramada Inn with my grandson. Swam at the Ramada Inn over here. It was great. Hot young black girl there, man. Ooh, she was hot, but she was too young. But man, she had that booty banging, boom, boom, boom. Nice way, yeah, but you got to get over the fence, man. That's the thing. What are you gonna do? You gonna climb over the fence and fight the dog to get at me? As long as I leave the windows zipped up there, cabin, he thinks I'm gone, man. If I zip him down, then he knows I'm there. He'll bring me mail and shit and stuff. I even got to go in the house and bring the mail out there. I like to leave the windows down, especially when I'm taking a shit, though, so the neighbors can watch me take a shit on the bucket, man. Sitting on the bucket with my ass hanging and my dick hanging down, man. Taking a shit, the neighbors have to watch. If they want to watch, they can watch out their windows, man. I stand up and I gotta wipe my ass and use the little fucking, there's no bum gun, so you gotta use the wet wipes too, man. Use the wet wipes to make sure your ass is clean. Extra money in the United States, man. Why would you have to spend money for wet wipes here, man? Figure that out, man. That's extra money. Can't get up from taking a shit without using a wet wipe, man. Yeah, it's called shitty cargo. You're further away. I'm only 3 blocks from the frickin' state line. Every other license plate going by here today is frickin' Illinois, man. I think the demon rats are trying to infiltrate Indiana so they can get it to go Democrat. Because you know Illinois is going Democrat. They could have a corpse running for president and Illinois would vote for him. Joe Biden could be dead on a stick. They could hold him up with a stick, carry him around, and they would still vote for him. Man. I hope not. I hope not. After the debate, did you watch the debate? Did you watch it? I did. I ran all my electronics down to the zip, man. Used my power bank and everything. I want to see what they were going to talk about, man. What really got me good was when Trump brought up the Nancy Pelosi tape. I love that. I am 100% responsible for for the June 6th. It's on tape, man. It's on tape. She admits it was all her fault, man. Because he authorized her 10,000 troops and she turned it down, made the Capitol Police Chief wait. He waited and waited and waited and waited. It was all because of her. And she finally admitted it and they got on tape. I think she was talking to her daughter in a limousine or something. They got it on tape. I don't know who recorded it and how it got out, but it's there. I mean, it wasn't her daughter recording the shit, but whoever was smart enough in there with the phone doing the video, man, that was great. Thank you for making that video, by the way, whoever made it. Okay, time for me to go, everybody. It is, shit, it's 7 o'clock already, man. What the hell? 1,900 hours here, man. Time to go. The Wonder Lady came in. She woke up early today to do her garden. Okay, so everybody, have a great friggin' day. Have a great friggin' day. Let's hope the United States gets everything together. Let's hope they get everything together. And everybody say, go Cincinnati Reds. Go Cincinnati. Yeah, 1922, military time. Go Cincinnati Reds. Adios, amigos. We'll talk to you later. Proof of life. I'm still alive.